year when the Rockets came to Oakland to play the Warriors, I talked about Ralph Sampson going against Sleepy Floyd, Purvis Short, and Joe Barry Carroll. Well, the names are the same, but the teams are different. Sampson is now a Warrior, and it's the first meeting since the trade. The Rockets versus the Warriors, next up on 20 Vision. Live from the Oakland Coliseum in Oakland, California, NBA action is on the air, and tonight 20 Vision brings you the Houston Rockets and the Golden State Warriors. Hi, everybody. Bill Worrell along with McCoy McLemore. And finally, the game you have been waiting for is here. The big game ever since the trade about 3 weeks ago. And this game, by the way, has been sold out for over a week, standing room only, not only for the fans, but for the media. Media from all over the United States present and accounted for tonight. It almost takes on the atmosphere of an NBA Finals game. That is how electric the crowd is tonight. And, of course, McCoy McLemore, the object of everybody's affection, are the 7 players who have changed uniforms since before this season started. And I'll tell you what, this is more than just a regular season game out here.
Boy, you're exactly right. I tell you, it's the best basketball in the world, and to be young and be among the chosen few in the NBA to go against the best in the NBA, I think everybody wants to see the action up close.
Well, the centers of attention, if you will, Hakeem Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson, the Twin Towers have been dismantled, and then now they will be butting heads for the first time.
Well, the center power has adjusted. You're exactly right. Ralph Sampson has come here to Oakland where they want to create a franchise for him. He's increased his scoring average and his rebound average by 2. Hakeem Olajuwon, what can you say about him? He's a leading vote getter in the NBA for the Western Division starting position in the All-Star game and having another great season.
Well, they used to play against each other all the time in practice. It'll be for real tonight. But the Houston Rockets very happy with their end of the deal. In fact, the puzzle may now be completed, and this team could go to an NBA championship.
I think that's one of the reasons that the 3 guys who came over from Golden State are so very happy. They're on a team now that can win it all. Not next year, not 2 years from now, but right now. Sleepy Floyd, a natural leader, has done a super job. J.B. Carroll and Short have really adjusted to their roles coming off the bench, and Short especially averaging 20 points a game in the last 5 games.
Golden State Warriors coming off a win over San Antonio a couple of nights ago. Houston losing to Seattle last night. So your keys to winning tonight now for the Houston Rockets.
Get the Rockets back on track. The keys to winning right off the bat. The Rockets have to rediscover their running game. The running game makes them so very potent, and from that, they really handle the ball a lot better, Bill. Ball movement is the second key to winning tonight. The Rockets operate better when they're moving. Sleepy Floyd finds the hot man. And the last key to winning will be rebounding. The Rockets lost the battle of the boards last night by 14s, and that's what starts it off, the Rockets dominating the boards right from the beginning.
And, Mac, tonight Houston's got to shoot a little better than 38% and cut down on those turnovers.
Very much so. The half-court offense never got in sync because when the pressure defense hits you like Seattle put on you, that's what they try to do. And you know Golden State tonight is going to try the same thing and double Hakeem inside.
Well, ever since the trade, they've been talking about the game. And here it is. Houston and Golden State coming up next right here on 20 Vision.
Houston Rockets basketball on 20 Vision is brought to you by Budweiser, the genuine article, Beechwood aged for that clean, crisp taste that makes Budweiser the king of beers. For all you do, this Bud's for you. By Kroger, for quality and low-cost cutter prices, go Krogering. By Texaco, super unleaded gasoline with Petrox detergent to help keep your car's power flowing. And by Toyota and your Houston area Toyota dealers.
They are literally jammed to the rafters here in the Oakland Coliseum to watch this one tonight, Houston and Golden State. The Rockets have been on a long road trip, and this will be the 5th of the last 6 games the Rockets have played on the road. Let's go to our public address announcer now, Dick Callahan, for the starting lineups.
And tonight's National Basketball Association game between the Houston Rockets Introducing the starting lineup for the Rockets. At forward, it is fifth year for Louisville, standing 6'8", number 22, Rodney McCray. Also at forward, it is fourth year from Minnesota, standing 6'10", number 43, Jim Peterson. At center, it is fourth year from Houston. He stands 7 feet tall, number 34, Hakeem Olajuwon. At guard, it is sixth year from Georgetown, standing 6'5", number 11, Stephen Floyd. And the point guard position from Oklahoma City in his ninth year, standing 6'2", number 30, Allen Level. Head coach of the Rockets is Bill Fitch, assisted by Carol Dawson and Rudy Tomjanovich. Ray Melchior is the trainer. And now the starting lineup for your Golden State Warriors. At forward, in his first year out of Western Kentucky, standing 6'10", number 32, Tellis Frank. At the other forward position from Fresno State in the sixth year, standing 6'7", number 22, Ron Higgins. At center from the University of Virginia in the sixth year, standing 7 feet 4, number 50, Ralph Sampson. At guard in his first year, from Southwest Missouri State, standing 6'2", number 12, Winston Garland. And at the other guard position in his first year from Jacksonville, standing 6'5", number 18, Otis Smith. Head coach of the Warriors, George Carl, assisted by Herman Cole, and at Gregory, the Golden State trainer is Tom Abdenauer.
Well, 2 standing ovations already. Eric Sleepy Floyd with a great ovation and a great warm welcome back to Oakland by the fans, and Ralph Sampson with his standing ovation. The referees for tonight's game will be Ronnie Nunn on your left and Ed Rush, the veteran, on your right. Nunn and Rush tonight. Team comparisons going in. The Rockets shooting 44%. Golden State 46. Free throws just about even. The Rockets out-rebounding the Golden State Warriors by about 2. And the turnovers just about equal. The Rockets are scoring and giving up about the same number of points. And there you see the differential for the Golden State Warriors. Tellis Frank, Peterson matching up McCray and Higgins, Sampson, Olajuwon, Eric Floyd, Otis Smith, Winston Garland, and Allen Level. So we're just about ready to go. The Rockets have a 44-53 all-time record against Golden State, and they won the first game this season 121-96 in the Summit. Purvis Short leading the way with 27 points, but that was before the big trade. And here we go. Sampson will jump center against Olajuwon. And this time it's for real, no practice. And now Ed Rush is going to go over and move the photographers back. I have never seen anything like it, Mac. Look at Photographers Row down there. It's like the NBA Finals tonight.
Well, matter of fact, it's probably a few more than the NBA Finals, and guys going out of bounds for layups got to be very careful.
Every publication, major publication in the U.S. here tonight, radio, television, and the print media. And Sampson wins the opening tip. Garland will go right inside to Smith for 2. Otis Smith, the youngster out of Jacksonville, picked up by the Warriors several weeks ago, breaks the ice with the first bucket. Right to Olajuwon, working on Ralph. A little high, no. And the rebound to Tellis Frank. Level knocks it away, and Golden State will have it.
Well, the Warriors want to look for an opportunity to run at any time that they get the chance. That time the Rockets got back pretty quick on D, slowed them down.
Short. Rodney McCray on the open court. Rodney makes the big move on Frank and shovels it up for 2. Rodney McCray, a super move in the open court. Game tied at 2. We're just underway from Oakland. Garland and Level matching up out front. Sleepy Floyd is chasing. Higgins to Sampson. Peterson matched up. And a long outside shot by Sampson off the iron. Floyd. Peterson is open from 18, and he cans it.
That's what Sleepy Floyd does so very well. He found the open man. The Rockets are getting used to moving to the open spot, and they know that Floyd's going to find him.
Talk about this matchup now. There's Olajuwon over on Sampson. Peterson had switched off on him.
Well, they're going to do that a little bit all night, as you have to switch off with a teammate, but so far, no surprises by either team.
Otis Smith now with 4 points. Hakeem back out to Level, who'll drive it inside, off the glass. No, Tellis Frank with his second rebound of the game. Otis Smith on the fast break. Rodney picks him up. Garland from the outside for 2. Winston Garland with a bucket. And the Golden State Warriors now lead by 2.
Well, make no mistake about this Golden State team. They can be a good rebounding team. The Rockets really dug a hole for themselves on the rebounding area last night.
Level is fouled. The ball won't go. He'll shoot a couple. Alan Level with penetration.
Alan Level, recipient of improved play also by Sleepy Floyd coming over. He's matched very well. He is so adept at going down the middle, has that first step that's very, very quick. And of course, with the years of experience in the league, he knows to finish up and try to get the three-point play.
Allen not real happy, Mac, with his game last night. As we take a look at Bill Fitch, he finished with only 2 points and 2 assists. He was 1 of 8 from the field, and he's been playing a lot better than that.
Well, he's showing us a new look today. Shaved his beard off. Got a new look for us tonight, so he said the wind resistance was slowing him down a little bit.
Oh, okay. Game tied at 6. Outside, Higgins tipped up by Sampson. It won't go. Tipped up and in. Otis Smith now with 6 points. Going to be an interception by Tellis Frank. Lob pass by Level. Frank, first-round draft choice by Golden State. He'll take the shot from 18. Olajuwon gets the rebound to Level. Fast break, Houston. Sleepy Floyd with a jumper. Sampson knocks it out. Oop. I thought Sampson came flying in. So did Olajuwon.
Yeah, looked like it from this angle. Hakeem Olajuwon had the inside position, but another turnover for the Rockets.
We've played about 3 minutes now into the first period. Otis Smith again. And this time he catches iron and Rodney McRae. A foul is whistled on Rodney, a loose ball foul.
That must have happened as they were boxing out. Rodney appeared to go up clean, but he draws his first foul. Ronnie Nunn is the official that called a technical on Rodney the other night.
Well, he called 2 on Level in Milwaukee. Higgins tries to give it up. Olajuwon with the steal to Level. Quickly to Sleepy. Back to Hakeem, and he's fouled from behind. Well, it's not going to... Is it going to be Sampson?
Well, it was Sampson from my call over here, but let's see if we can spot what happened. Sleepy Floyd sees the trailer, Hakeem coming. There's Ralph right behind him. First-degree murder right there. You get 10 years from that out on the street.
The foul was on Sampson.
Yeah.
He put up... Ronnie Nunn put up so many numbers, I couldn't add them up.
Ralph has always been an enthusiastic player, and that time, I think, in his effort to hustle down, he got caught behind Hakeem, and of course it's pretty hard to block his shot without fouling him.
The Warriors maintain a 1-point lead. Hakeem with 1 out of 2. Tellis Frank works baseline. Peterson picks him up.
Right now, Hakeem's defense pushing Ralph farther and farther out from the basket. He hadn't been able to get any offensive rebounds as a result.
Sleepy Floyd. Peterson is open again. Sampson's given him that shot. He's not even coming out to guard him.
Well, Peterson can hit that shot. He took his time, didn't even jump. More like a set shot from the corner.
4 points now for Jim Peterson. Winston Garland will set up the offense for the Warriors. Rockets by 2. Garland drives, knocked away. Olajuwon, that time swatted it away like an elephant would a mosquito.
And it's going to be 10 seconds of the shot clock. So far, the Warriors' offense has come from the outside. That's the first penetration so far on their end.
Hakeem saying, don't come in here with that stuff. Olajuwon with a steal. Sampson was going for the alley-oop that time. And there's a turnover by Sleepy Floyd. Higgins back to Smith. He's fouled. It goes.
Allen got caught back 1 against 3. He had to make a quick judgment as to try to steal the ball or do something to make him cause a turnover. He reaches in, gets a little piece of Smith. Really wasn't much else he could do besides just move out of the way and give him an open layup.
Well, the Warriors acquired Smith from the Denver Nuggets in exchange for cash. He was Denver's second-round pick in the '86 NBA draft, but he got into Doug Moe's doghouse at Denver. And right now he looks like a steal for the Warriors. 9 points. Level is open from the side, and he hits it.
Warriors were trying to trap that time, and it didn't work as the Rockets moved the basketball ahead of the trap, and that's the way to break it with passes as opposed to a dribble.
Game is tied at 11. Off the glass. No, Sampson. Ralph Sampson with a great move inside, and he dunks it home, and Sampson with his first bucket. Sleepy from outside. Tellis Frank to Otis Smith. Travel.
Violation.
Otis wasn't quite sure what to do with it that time as he lost possession of it, trying to make up his mind.
That's the third turnover now by the Warriors. Houston with 2. 7 minutes left to play in the first period. Warriors lead by 2. Sleepy gets a step on the pass-off. He's fouled.
Timeout, Warriors.
And a timeout is charged to Golden State. 6:56 left to play in the first period from Oakland. The Warriors 13 and Houston 11.
Houston Rockets basketball is brought to you in part by First Republic Bank. First Republic Bank. That's responsive banking.
So far with 6:56 left to play in the first quarter, 6 of 15 for the Warriors for 40%. The Rockets 4 of 8 for 50%. Otis Smith has 9 of the 13 Warrior points. Purvis Short is into the Houston lineup. Olajuwon misses over Tellis Frank. That's the 4th rebound of the game for Tellis Frank as he's really getting on the backboard. The shot by Winston Garland.
Purvis Short into the Rocket lineup, replacing Sleepy Floyd, who got off to a little nervous start. His shots would not fall for him.
Short has been red hot, and an illegal defense is called by Ronnie Nunn.
No, he called a foul, I think. I'm sorry, yeah, it's illegal defense on Ralph Sampson.
50 Ralph Sampson.
Yeah.
The first such violation is
Ed Rush will bring it in. 6:28 remaining to play in the first period. Tellis Frank has really come on since the first of the season. I really like him. When we saw him in the Summit, he didn't get many minutes. Using that body well in the early going. Purvis gets a pick from Peterson, and boy, I'll tell you what, how familiar are they here in Oakland with that rainbow?
He's also familiar with these baskets also, and that's the shot that the Rockets need him to hit off the bench, and he's been producing for them.
You don't have to be familiar with baskets when you don't hit iron. He's switching it. Turnover Ralph. Rodney McRae goes to level. Back to Olajuwon. He's fouled. He'll shoot 2, but he missed the layup.
Well, that's the ball movement that we wanted the Rockets to have. When you move the basketball that way, they're such a potent team. Allen Level kicked it to Hakeem, coming right down the middle. Rims out, couldn't get the three-point play.
Well, Olajuwon will shoot a couple. So far, Ralph Sampson 1 out of 3 from the field.
Really does so many things for your team when your postman runs the court like that. And Hakeem is so good at it. Ralph has also made an effort to get down the court, but it wakes the rest of the squad up when your big guy gets out and leads the pack.
Hakeem coming off of a subpar performance for him last night in Seattle. 15 points, however, he did get 13 rebounds before being ejected from the game late in the contest. 15-14 Warriors. 5:45 to play. Sampson, baseline, gives it up to Tellis Frank, and a foul is called on Peterson. Peterson thought the ball. See, he said what? Peterson thought he just knocked the ball out of bounds.
Yeah. Here he's trailing his man down the middle. Ralph goes back on a little pass. He sees the lead man, Frank. Pete right behind him, got a piece of the ball, but evidently got a piece of the player also.
Well, what are they calling that for? Sampson on Olajuwon. Hakeem. Oh, late whistle. Late whistle from Ed Rush. He changed his mind.
Hakeem with those quick hands. This time Ralph exposed the ball. Watch the ball in the left hand. Watch how high it comes up. Right there is where Hakeem tries to attack. And the angle was a little too tight for him, and he got too much body. So that's his first personal.
That's the 4th team foul now on the Rockets. The Warriors with 4. That's the first on Hakeem. Garland level. Sampson goes over Olajuwon for the rebound. Puts it back up. Rodney McRae saves it to level. Rockets on the run. Level to Purvis short from 18. Almost a layup.
Well, these fans know about the rainbow shot here, and Purvis coming home.
Made his first 2 buckets off the bench. 5 minutes left to play in the period. Sampson on Olajuwon. Blocked by Hakeem. A level. He's got short on the left wing. Purvis from 16. Rainbow again. This time it's short. Olajuwon cuts it home. It goes, and he's fouled by Sampson. Olajuwon got the block at one end and the points at the other.
And again, he ran the court after he made the block. He started out behind everybody. Watch the block. Ralph came back with the drop step. Hakeem gets the ball and kicks it out, and then he got in the fast break. Got down on the other end. Here's the end of that. As Purvis misses the shot, Hakeem is there to get the rebound. Boy, that takes some quickness and hustle to run the length of the court that way.
Well, Sampson got a piece of his arm. Look at that ball roll around like a putt on a green. Olajuwon will try to complete the 3-point play, and it won't go. This time, instead of going in, it rolls out. 18-15, Rockets by 3. Larry Smith is in the game now, so you'll have a couple of Smiths in for Golden State. Otis and Larry. Larry, big physical forward. Garland rushes one up. Peterson trying to keep it alive. It's knocked out of bounds off the leg of Pete. Boy, the Warriors are hustling everywhere.
Everybody going after that second shot. Warriors crashing the offensive boards. Terry Teagle also in the Warrior lineup trying to combat the shooting of Purvis short.
Winston Garland finally got one to go after 4 straight misses. Garland has 6 points. Otis Smith has 9. Olajuwon with a little fade away for 2. Hakeem Olajuwon with 6 points. Terry Teagle baseline over short, and it is short. Level has to beat Garland. He'll give it up to Purvis. Blocked by Otis Smith. Teagle from 15. Boy, I thought that was goaltending by Otis Smith on Purvis Short's layup. Olajuwon's all alone, and he dunks it home.
Well, they caught the Warriors asleep that time on defense. I don't know what happened, but 2 of the Warriors stopped at about the 3-point range and looked back, but Hakeem kept going.
22-19 Houston. 3:30 left to play. Sampson had it deflected by Olajuwon. Hakeem with another rebound. Rodney McRae on the run. He's got Purvis. Peterson joins the fray. Purvis doesn't need him. Purvis short off the bench with 6 points. He's 3 of 4. 24-19 Houston. Teagle on the miss. Peterson with a rebound. Again, the Rockets want to run. Level looking for it. Rodney McRae will post up on Smith. It won't go. Right on the rim. He was hacked in the lane. Garland back the other way. Otis Smith.
The Rockets getting out running. That's opened up to everything. Their half-court offense has not had to be there so far because of the ball moving in the running game.
Level off to Pete. Oh, nice pass.
That's the way you go to the basket. That's the big fella.
Peterson has 6 points. Inspired play so far by Jim Peterson. Teagle blocked by Olajuwon. Olajuwon playing the Windex game right now. He is wiping the glass clean. 3 blocks for Olajuwon. Level is fouled by Winston Garland.
Houston.
A timeout is charged to Houston, and when we come back, Alan Level will be at the free throw line. 2:09 left to play in the period. The Rockets 5-5. Houston Rockets season tickets for the 1987-88 season are still available. Good seats remain for both the full and mini season packages. And remember, all Rockets season ticket holders are guaranteed an option on tickets to the 1989 NBA All-Star Game in the Astrodome. So for more information, call 627-0600 during normal business hours. This is your last chance to get those valuable tickets. Well, the reaction you heard while I was talking, J.B. Carroll has checked into the lineup for Houston in place of Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem goes out with 8 points and 6 rebounds. And Level makes the first of 2. Substitutions for Golden State, Tony White, a rookie out of Tennessee, will be in at guard along with Teagle. And also checking in will be Ben McDonald at forward. So it'll be McDonald, Smith, and Sampson. Level will match up with Tony White.
2 minutes.
Teagle turns around, shoots a tough shot over short. Loose ball foul on Sampson.
Jim Peterson did a good job that time of boxing Ralph out. He had the inside position, and then he comes from a long way and just literally pushes Pete as he was coming in, and Ralph picks up foul number 2. And that, of course, will put Pete on the line as the Warriors are over the team foul limit.
Both teams in the bonus. Pete will shoot 1+. Peterson so far has 6 points. Pete had 5 points and 5 rebounds last night on 2 of 9 shooting from the field. Jerome Whitehead checks into the lineup for the Warriors. And Ralph Sampson will go to the bench. Sampson is 1 of 5. And no, do we have any rebounds for him? Let's see, 4. Yeah, 4 rebounds for Sampson. 1 of 6, excuse me, from the field for Ralph.
So this opens up the middle a lot more with this group inside, with no big guy in for Golden State.
Tony White gets the deflection. A turnover, Houston. Traveling, or a foul is going to be called on Level. I thought for a moment that Whitehead may have stumbled into Level, but Ed Rush saw it the other way.
No, I think you were right. He was starting to stumble, and watch Level come through there at the wrong time, right there. So he knocked that poor big guy down and picks up the foul. And of course, for Level, that's the second personal, and puts Whitehead on the line.
What do you mean, poor big guy? You never cared about those little guys when you were playing.
I got to take up for the big guys when the little ones come in there and cheat like that and trip them.
Whitehead, a journeyman, 9-year veteran out of Marquette, 6'10", 240 pounds. He's been a backup center almost his entire NBA career, and he has his first 2 points of the night.
Golden State wanting to go to a press now to hopefully get a trap on a turnover. But the Rockets got it down but couldn't get the shot to fall.
Level on the steal. Purvis short. Drives it inside. He'll put up the hook. It goes. Purvis short with 8 points coming off the bench in the first period. And the Rockets lead now by 7. Largest lead of the night for Houston.
Easy. Your hands down.
Steal by Purvis short on Teagle. He gets it back to Rodney McRae. Back to Purvis again. He'll shoot it from 14, and he's fouled by McDonald. Purvis short will go to the line. How about that passing?
Oh, what a great job, and good hustle by Purvis short, first of all, and then Rodney McRae to save the pass. Purvis starts it off with an interception on the other end. Watch Rodney have the presence of mind to go right back behind him, knowing Purvis short was there. Purvis fakes the outside shot. He is very adept at going to the basket as well as shooting that outside jumper.
Last night, Purvis was 8 of 15 from the field, 5 of 5 from the free throw line for 21 points. He has made 24 of his last 25 free throws. And Purvis Purvis in double figures already with 56 seconds left to play in the period. 10 points for Purvis short. The Rockets have made 8 of 13 from the line. Steal by Level. Can he get all the way on Tony White? Lays it up with the left hand for 2. Allen Level with a beautiful steal, and he victimized the rookie.
Yes, he did. Perfect timing. You can't dribble that ball high or turn your head around these veteran guards. They'll be gone the other way.
Rockets lead by 11. Whitehead has to put up a forced left-handed shot. Tipped up. Peterson gets the rebound. The Rockets really controlling the game. And we see now the depth of Houston winning this struggle right now.
Very much so. They've been able to get everybody open. Allen Level did a smooth job that time of holding it up. He knows it is his job to work the clock right down to the last second.
There you see the time. Pete will take it from 14. It won't go. Tipped up and in by Rodney McRae with 2 seconds left to play. Well, an 8-0 spurt by the Houston Rockets at the end of the first quarter. We have played the first 12 minutes from Oakland, and it's the Rockets 36, the Warriors 23.
Give me a Bud Light. It's time to recognize tonight's Bud Light Warriors Superfan with
7 orphan children strike out for Oregon and the Promised Land when 20 Vision presents 7 Alone Saturday night at 7. Allen Level again working on Tony White, the rookie out of Tennessee, and Level is very good at this.
Oh, he uses that left hand, and it helps him get his body all the way around, which helps him get the clean steal. He's been doing it for a number of years, though, so he's got it down pat.
Well, we know that Rockets owners Charlie and Kitsy Thomas are watching tonight, and Shannon wants to say hello from out here in this beautiful country. Rodney McRae is really playing well tonight. McRae has 6 points, and the Rockets open up their largest lead now.
And again, this is an opportunity to try to push it even more. Golden State does not have the big guy in the middle.
Larry Smith is fouled. He'll shoot 2, and Peterson.
The first team foul of the period. Number 43, Jim Peterson.
Going to be the second personal on Pete. He's playing inside on Larry Smith, who can be very tough down low. He's known as a rebounder, but doesn't often get a lot of shots off.
A good first period for the Houston Rockets, 36 points. Olajuwon will come out, and Peterson will come to the bench, and Pete playing with a little more fire in his eyes tonight as he goes out with 6 points and 2 rebounds. Boy, there's a tough rebounder right there, Larry Smith. Tip in as Olajuwon let Jerome Whitehead right in there.
Yeah, they both battling inside. Jerome got the first step and gets the offensive rebound and basket.
38-26, 12-point lead by Houston. Rodney posting up again, and he's knocked down by McDonald. He gets it to go anyway. Rodney McRae figuring in the offense a little more than normal tonight.
Well, the Rockets ran the very same play for Rodney and got the same result.
Larry Smith, the veteran. He was just activated. He's had problems with his left thigh all season long. In fact, this is only his 8th game of the season. Olajuwon to Rodney McRae. What a pass by Hakeem.
Excellent job by the Rockets continuing to move the basketball.
Larry Smith goes right by Olajuwon. Goaltending called on Joe Barry Carroll.
Now, Joe Barry should have let this one go, as it appeared that it was going to be short, but he evidently couldn't stop his enthusiasm. The ball was definitely on the way down.
Well, they haven't even gone to JB yet in the offense. The Rockets haven't. But McRae has been so hot. Now they're going to isolate Olajuwon. He'll shoot the jumper. It's going to be long. And the rebound to McDonald, out quickly to Tony White. Shot from the outside by McDonald, won't go. Larry Smith can't get down the baseline. Whitehead misses. Olajuwon gets it out quickly to Purvis short. The Rockets want to run. Timeout called by Bill Fitch. 9:50 left to play in the second period. The Rockets lead the Warriors 42-30 on 20 Vision. This copyrighted telecast on KTXH TV is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience by rights granted from the Houston Rockets. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the advance written permission of the Rockets and the TVX Broadcast Group Incorporated is strictly prohibited.
Well, we had a foul called on J.B. Carroll by the outside official, which really didn't have a great angle, so J.B. as a result picks up foul number 1.
Oh, a pick set on Sleepy Floyd by Whitehead. It looked like a pro football game. J.B. stepped on the line. He was knocked out of bounds.
So J.B. having to find other ways to contribute besides the offensive end. Went up strong and got the rebound, but couldn't get it clean.
Rockets shooting right at 55% so far in the game, 33% for the Warriors. Rod Higgins from the outside, he misses. J.B. with a rebound. Purvis Short had 10 first-quarter points. Sleepy Floyd running the attack to Olajuwon. There's a triple team by the Warriors. Swing it around to Purvis. Back to Rodney McCray. To Olajuwon. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Air ball. Higgins with a rebound. White to Terry Teagle. Good positioning by Purvis Short, and he couldn't stop it. That Teagle has that great vertical jumping ability, and that time he went straight up. 4 points for Teagle. Sleepy threw it up. He was fouled by Tony White, and he'll shoot 2.
Sleepy Floyd and J.B. Carroll having a tough time getting it untracked offensively, but Sleepy made the veteran move there. He was fouled by the rookie White, and he knows to throw it up for a continuation call in the NBA.
Well, Sleepy hasn't scored tonight. Now he finally gets off to Schneider. 1 point for Sleepy Floyd. J.B. hasn't taken a shot. Barry Carroll is called for a violation, stepping in too quickly. Well, you see that called about once a month.
Well, it's an emotional return home here for Sleepy and J.B. so far. Ralph Sampson back into the Warrior lineup. He's being played by Carroll.
Teagle. Terry Teagle is trying to take the role that Purvis Short had with this basketball team, supplying that long outside jumper, and so far he has done so with 6 points. 43-34, and Olajuwon being held by Teagle. How can Terry argue about that? He had him in a hammerlock.
J.B. was waiting for the cutter to come through in the Rocket scheme, and the foul was called inside, but they're not sure who it's on now.
Warrior foul, second team, number 20, Terry Teagle.
Yeah, now they give it to Terry Teagle. I thought Ralph might have gotten a foul there for a second. That's Bill Fitch contemplating his next move. And all coaches looking for the matchups and the substitutions at this point.
Otis Smith back into the game. He had that fantastic 11-point first period. White is on Sleepy Floyd. Hakeem on Larry Smith. Sampson with a rebound. Sleepy Floyd did a good job of getting back that time and stopping the fast break. George Karl calling the play for his Warriors. A lot of pressure on that man right there, and Don Nelson says he doesn't want to coach. Karl's his man. Otis Smith from the outside. J.B. Carroll with his third rebound. Sleepy Floyd is fouled. It won't go, and he'll shoot a couple. So Floyd is really taking White to school right now.
Well, he's doing what he needs to do at this point. When your jump shot's not there, you make other things happen. He goes on to the basket. He has the size plus the experience on Tony White, and so far he's cashing in on it.
Well, Sleepy also coming off a forgettable game last night as Tellis Frank checks in for Larry Smith. Sleepy with 11 points, 4 of 12 from the field last night, 5 assists and 5 turnovers, and that wasn't one of his better games as a Rocket.
San Francisco Airport Police Security.
But it's been a long road trip for Houston. 45-34, 11-point lead by Houston with 7:45 to play, second period.
Golden State trying to set up a three-man game away from Ralph, try to get somebody open.
Tough shot that time by Tellis Frank. He had to shoot it over the outstretched arm of Olajuwon. 45-36, 9-point Houston lead. Sleepy is nailed by Tellis Frank.
So three consecutive times Sleepy Floyd is banged and gets the foul. It's a non-shooting foul. Watch the body contact. Tellis Frank tries to switch over on Sleepy, and that was a big body block there.
Looked like a bullet deflecting off Superman. Olajuwon passes it off, and J.B. couldn't hold on. Oh, a great pass by Hakeem, and J.B. Carroll was going up for the rebound. I don't think he was looking for the pass.
Well, I think he was going for the slam, and he couldn't control it. Went right off his hands. Again, he's anxious to have a good game here.
I think there may be a little pressure on J.B. and Sampson both here in the early going. Sampson, three-pointer, way off the mark. How do you take that shot?
Well, he just did. I'm not sure it made the coaching staff happy, but
Olajuwon on the turnaround. He misses. Sampson quickly out to Tellis Frank. Way over his head. He had to be palming the ball. And finally, that's the call made. Bill Fitch saying, Hakeem, move the ball. Move the ball. George Karl telling his team to settle down. Golden State with 8 turnovers. Houston with 4. 6:32 left to play. Second period. Teagle with his hands all over Purvis Short. Oh, that's unbelievable. You ever seen 2 sumo wrestlers?
Teagle knows his moves very well. Tried to get inside around the Hakeem screen. Short didn't have enough room to maneuver, and so Teagle picks up another foul and leaves the ball game. And Purvis Short will be rewarded with a couple of free throws.
That is the 5th team foul on the Warriors. So the Rockets already in the bonus with 6:25 left to play in the period. Since the trade, Purvis Short has been averaging 18 points a game. And I was going to say 91% from the free throw line, and he missed one. So now he'll have to start another streak. And he missed them both.
So far, this part of the game has featured trading baskets by both teams, and the Warriors can't make any ground that way.
Tellis Frank almost loses it, and he does to Sampson. Boy, Sampson jammed it over Joe Barry Carroll.
Picked it up off the floor and switched hands and went with the left slam.
Ralph with 4. And the Warriors are now within 7. That's as close as they've been in about the last 10 minutes. A turnover. Sampson behind the back. Otis Smith. He did not have it deflected. The ball is called out of bounds off Sleepy Floyd.
Ed Rush couldn't make up his mind what to call, but Ralph Sampson goes behind the back with a blind pass, and it works this time.
What a nifty move by Sampson.
Here's Ralph the time before going up for the left-handed slam. So he's trying to get untracked on the offensive end.
J.B. and Purvis will check out of the game for Houston. Higgins on the jumper. And just like that, it's a 5-point game. The Warriors right back in it. Peterson, Olajuwon, and McRae. Floyd and Level in the backcourt. Floyd gets a step. Oh, what an acrobatic shot by Sleepy Floyd. 5 points. Rockets by 7. Tellis Frank traveled? Yes.
Well, if you had Hakeem Olajuwon on you, wouldn't you travel?
You betcha.
He wasn't sure what to do with Hakeem right that close to him.
Level out front, 15 on the shot clock. Peterson is fouled by offensive foul called on Peterson. Bill Fitch can't believe it.
Offensive foul, number 43, Jim Peterson.
Oh, boy, Ronnie Nunn. 2 team fouls on the Rockets, 5 on the Golden State Warriors with under 5 minutes now left to play in the second period. Frank nowhere to go with it. Down to 7, down to 6 on the shot clock. Sampson with a jumper over Peterson. Yes. Nice touch by Ralph Sampson. He has 6 points.
Alan Lovell has come back in to help run the offense as Purvis Short had gotten pretty cold and went to the sideline.
Olajuwon had Otis Smith on him. Smith had to foul Hakeem before he could get inside, so Olajuwon will shoot a couple, and Joe Barry Carroll will come back into the Rockets lineup.
He's coming back in for Peterson, who has 3 personals at this point, and goes to the bench. Also, Rodney McCray leaves the lineup. Robert Reed in. And there are the 2 change shirt centers.
What?
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, you just switch the shirts right now, and it would be the regular roles, but J.B. Carroll going to Houston, Ralph coming here, and both struggling right now, though Ralph is winning the offensive end. He's gotten a couple baskets last couple trips up the court.
I like that shirt right there. Olajuwon with both free throws. Hakeem with 10 points. The Rockets again lead by 7 with 4:24 left to play in the second period. Tony White running the show. Rod Higgins on the wing, goes for the alley-oop to Sampson, knocked out of bounds by Ralph, and a turnover. Golden State, that's the 10th turnover to only 5 for Houston. Level, number 6.
Well, he took off too fast that time and thought J.B. might go to the basket.
4:10 left to play in the second period. The Rockets lead by 7. Join us at halftime for a complete wrap-up of the first half and scores from around the league, and we'll also have another Houston Post commentary for you tonight. Dale Robertson joins the rest of the media here live tonight in Oakland. So stay with us for your halftime entertainment right here on 20 Vision, where the action is. 4:10 remaining to play in the second period. The Rockets lead by 7, and Golden State with the basketball. Joe Barry Carroll matching up with Sampson, baseline left. That's the way they want to swing it. 6 seconds, down to 5 on the shot clock. Sampson with 8 points. He has made his last 3 buckets. A 5-point lead by the Rockets. Robert Reed on the wing. JB, I don't recall JB really getting a shot off tonight. Double team. Reed's got to swing it. There's Level. Back to Sleepy, down to 3 on the shot clock, and Sleepy Floyd makes a terribly difficult shot going the opposite way. He was going to his left, shooting back to his right. Eric Floyd with 7. Frank got Olajuwon up in the air, missed it. I think Joe Barry Carroll did a wise thing. He tipped the ball away to keep Sampson from getting the rebound and putting it back up.
Well, they both had good position inside. A little pushing and shoving going on, but a recovery by J.B. Carroll to get a piece of that. And of course, the Warriors get a new 24, though.
Winston Garland back into the game now in place of Tony White. Sampson going to go in on J.B. Hook shot, yes, and he's fouled. Ralph Sampson starting to warm up. He has 10 points.
Well, he was pretty patient this time, waiting for something to open up on the defense, and he worked on that hook shot, so it paid off that time.
That's a little farther out than Ralph would normally like to take it, but I think he felt the pressure, he heard the whistle, and he went ahead with a continuation. So a smart move by Sampson. 3-point play. And it's 51-47 as George Karl watches his troops creep a little closer. Now a 4-point game. Sleepy to JB. He's short. Garland with a rebound. Frank from way outside. Sleepy Floyd will bring it up in a hurry. There's the shot to JB, and he missed it. Now Carroll having trouble finding the range tonight. Garland on the other end. And it's a 2-point game.
So the transition game for the Warriors, closing the gap. The Rockets missed the last couple of shots down.
Olajuwon, great pass. He missed the shot. He was fouled.
Another late whistle as Hakeem looked over at the official. He had time to get fouled, come down to the floor as a foul, come down, go back up. Now he looks at the official, then the whistle blew.
Well, the foul wasn't called, I don't believe. It was called on Tellis Frank. He got him a couple of times. That's 3 fouls on Frank now. There's Rod Higgins talking to George Karl. The Rockets had a 13-point lead early in this period, and it is now down to 3. Olajuwon will try to make it 4. He does, and Hakeem has 12 points.
Warriors starting to look more and more for Ralph Sampson inside. When they go with the first pass away from him, they want to come back, like in this situation.
Nice move on the baseline by Otis Smith.
Yeah.
He has 13 points now. Again, it's a 2-point Houston lead. Olajuwon, jump hook. Too far. Reed saves it. Does to level, and he's fouled from behind by Tellis Frank, and that's number 4 on the rookie. And he goes right to the bench.
A little extra effort here by Robert Reed, the veteran, trying to find a way to contribute. You see him out of your pitcher, but the ball came back into the right man, out of level. That's always a gamble when you go up in front of your own basket and kick it back in blindly, but you got to break that time.
1 plus the penalty, 2 shots.
Allen is an 84% free throw shooter. Since the trade, Allen averaging 11 points, 5 assists, and he's been shooting 50% from the field, even with his 1 for 8 performance last night. And he gets that one to go. Level has 10 points as he's in double figures. Sampson missed it. Tipped up in the air. JB gets it. Sampson gets it back. Tipped again. Sampson with a rebound. He's fouled. It goes.
Well, what a gigantic battle inside here. A lot of people touch the ball. Ralph finally gets it into traffic and flips it back up, and you see this Golden State crowd behind him.
Sampson would not be denied on that particular exchange. 3-point play and 14 points for Ralph Sampson. And the Rockets now lead by only 1. Level to Reed from the top of the key. No, it won't go. Larry Smith with the rebound to Otis Smith. Winston Garland. And the Warriors lead by 1.
And the Warriors defense did that all the way as they came up with the turnover.
Reed passed up the shot. Level. A little out of control on the baseline. Reed is open from 20, and he misses again. And a loose ball foul is called on Olajuwon.
Well, I don't think there was a foul call. The scorekeeper's jumping the gun. I think it was just an out of bounds on Hakeem. Let's watch. It goes up, both guys after the ball. Okay, now he goes over and calls the foul. The official had not given a signal before the announcement was made.
3 fouls on Olajuwon. Larry Smith will be at the line for the Warriors. Larry shooting only 28%. 2 of 7 coming in, and he makes his first. Cedric Maxwell now will come in for Olajuwon. So Hakeem will go out with 3 personals and 12 points. With only 29 seconds left to play in the second period, Bill Fitch doesn't want to risk Olajuwon getting his 4th. And Sampson goes to the bench. There's Jerome Whitehead checking in for Ralph. Sampson with 14 points. 57-55 Warriors.
Warriors wanting to trap the first pass over here. Cause the turnover. Sleepy Floyd's aware of that play, though.
Maxwell holds on to it. 10 on the shot clock. Rockets have to get some penetration. Level will shoot it up. Oh, tough shot by Allen Level. Reed went for the steal on Garland. Game is tied at 57. Winston Garland from outside, short. Larry Smith with a rebound. One of the best offensive rebounders in his NBA career, and the Warriors go up by 2 in the final seconds, and they love it in Oakland. Their young ball club is battling all the way and lead the Rockets 59-57.
Houston Rockets halftime is brought to you by Allstate. Leave it to the good hands people to insure your home, your car, your business, or your family.
Let's cheer them on, ladies and
The
gentlemen.
Houston Rockets outscoring the Golden State Warriors by 13 in the first period, and then the Warriors come roaring back behind the shooting of Ralph Sampson to take a 2-point lead at halftime, 59-57. And so far, it's been everything billed as it would be. Ralph Sampson going against the Houston Rockets. Sampson got off to a slow start, but he came on strong in the second period, and the Rockets are trailing by 2 in a game it looked like they had pretty well in hand. Hakeem Olajuwon doing very well with 12 points, but so far, Joe Barry Carroll and Sleepy Floyd off to a slow start. Well, normally at this time of the program, we would go back to the 20 Vision studios to have our commentary with Dale Robertson of the Houston Post, but like everybody else in the United States and the print media, Dale's right here with us tonight. And I'll tell you what, all we need is a few circus clowns and everything else. This has got the carnival atmosphere.
It's crazy, isn't it? You got to kind of sympathize with the fans here. I don't think they knew who to root for. They gave Purvis a big ovation. They gave Sleepy a big ovation. Of course, they still hate Joe Barry, so nothing's changed there. I mean, this is wild. I don't think there's any question that Ralph has risen to the occasion in this first half. The key, though, Bill, is going to be how well will he respond down the stretch. That's where he failed most often as a Rocket. And this game is a long way from being over, so it's going to be a lot of pressure on him in the fourth quarter.
Why is it that a game like this captures the imagination of people everywhere? There's so much media coverage. Is it because of the two big guys?
This thing's always intrigued, I think, the nation. Ralph, in particular, has always had a great media following. When he played with Hakeem in Houston, it was they reinvented the wheel as far as playing professional basketball. Now they're split. I think people are really excited to see what they would do against each other. George Karl really let us all down by not putting Ralph on him to start the game.
Well, it really has been an exciting contest. The crowd is pumped sky high.
No question about it. I kind of feel sorry for Joe Barry, though. I think they've really got his number tonight. He looks like he's scared to death.
Well, you know, Joe Barry faced the boos here and then came to Houston where he's happy. Ralph faced some boos in Houston. He's happy now.
That's right. It'll be interesting to see when Ralph returns to Houston if the shoe's not another foot.
I think it might be. Well, Dale, with the Oilers now playing well, along with the Rockets and the Astros, a rebirth of sports in the city of Houston right now.
City of champions, maybe? Let's see.
I hope so. We'll see what the Oilers do in Denver. What do you say? Thanks for being with us, Dale.
It was fun. This is great. We should do it more often.
All right. George Karl will be our guest in just a moment, and we'll have the stats and much, much more at halftime when we return on 20 Vision.
On January 2nd, 1986, the Golden State Warriors tied a couple of records. Off to a 42-point first quarter, the Warriors, led by Purvis Short, jumped out to a 13-point advantage. The Rockets' defense tightened in the second, holding Golden State to a season-low 14 points and getting back in the game. But no one could stop Purvis, who put up 25 shots, making 17 for a total of 38 points. Despite his efforts, the Rockets figured out a way to win 121-15.
Our halftime guest tonight is George Karl, the head coach of the Golden State Warriors. And let me ask you, what the heck's going on here? All of this media, it looks like the NBA Finals.
Yeah, we have actually more media today than we had in the semifinal round of the Lakers series last year. Sherry White's going crazy, but You know, a good trade makes for good news.
In Houston, George, we just call it the trade. It was, of course, one of the largest deals ever made. You still happy with everything?
I really, after seeing it for a couple weeks and seeing you all on film for the last few games, you're seeming like your team's playing extremely well. And I think it's a trade good for both franchises. I know we're excited, we're happy, and we feel we got a direction now, and we like Ralph, and we know now we got to build around him, and we've dedicated basically our season to that. As for you all, you know, you're one step away from the championship. At least that's what you feel, and you've made a move to gain a guy like Joe Barry who can put points on the board and be productive, similar to Ralph Sampson, and add a great point guard in Sleepy.
You know, you have to make that decision in any franchise whenever you want to build for the future or try to win it now. You obviously thought this franchise was not going in the proper direction. Now you got to convince the fans, are they behind you 100%?
Well, I think they are. We are now ahead of the greatest year ever in Warrior history from a standpoint of sales. If we continue at the rate we're going right now, we will break the record for most people coming in. Now, I think a lot of it has to be due for last year's expectations and the great year that we had with Sleepy and JB. But I think there's excitement. I know the fans that I run into, and maybe the ones who are negative don't want to talk to me, but the fans that I run into seem to be very positive.
George, let's check a couple of the other players that Houston fans familiar with. Steve Harris and Dave Feidel. How their progress coming?
Well, we've been playing Dave Feidel now the last couple games behind Ralph, and he's played well. He played extremely well in the Boston game, and then last game we played not as well statistically, but still gave us some good things on the basketball court. As for Steve Harris, we were starting him for a while, and then we decided to give Otis Smith a shot, and Terry Teagle is our sixth-man type of guy coming off the bench, playing great right now, so we haven't been able to get him in. Steve Harris is in a situation where he's just going to have some patience. I think he's an NBA player. I think he's going to play in the NBA for many years. Hopefully we can find him a place here.
George, good luck to you. It takes a lot of patience. I can go back to early in this decade when the Rockets won only 14 games.
Well, I hope we don't have to go through that.
George Karl has been our guest at halftime, and we'll be back with the first half stats and the second half of play right after we take this break. Halftime, 59-57, the Golden State Warriors on the NBA scoreboard. Around the league tonight, Indiana defeating Milwaukee 114-108. It was Chicago easing by Denver 100-96. Dallas defeating Phoenix late in the fourth period, and Sacramento up by 2 over San Antonio at the half. Well, it's been Hakeem Olajuwon in the middle for Houston. Ralph Sampson coming on strong. Now, Ralph was only 2 of 10 early in the game and then made his last 4 shots.
Well, I think he came in with a lot of determination when he came back from that adjustment to leaving the game early, and really came on with a bang, fired up his team. He's the leader out here so far, and he's meeting the challenge.
Hakeem Olajuwon was clearing off the glass for Houston in the early going. Sampson felt the Hakeem heat early in the game.
Hakeem knows this move. This is a drop step move where you fake to the left and then go back to the right. Hakeem got it, and we started the fast break from there, and that's that running game and the transition game the Rockets want to have.
Then it was Terry Teagle. He didn't believe it. Hakeem showed him, I'll do it again.
Yeah.
And he blocked him. And then Ralph Sampson, as I said, 2 of 10 from the field. He made his final 4. Here was a tough hook shot.
Well, he really worked hard for it, and Sleepy Floyd got there just a little late, so he thought he might come from behind and steal the shot.
So let's check the stats now for the first half, and the Rockets 20 of 40 from the field for an even 50%. Golden State Warriors shooting 45%. The Rockets 68% from the free throw line, and a little ahead on that one. And in the rebounding department, look at the edge by the Golden State Warriors of 7.
Well, that's the crucial part that the Rockets are going to have to improve on the big guys that battling inside. Sleepy Floyd, by the way, Bill, got off to a shaky start. I think he got it together and could be down the stretch that the guards might make the difference in this ball game.
Well, Floyd only making 2 of 4, and J.B. Carroll 0 of 2 in 12 minutes of play. The leading scorers for the Rockets, Hakeem Olajuwon with 12, Allen Level with 12, Rodney McRae had 10, all coming in the first period, and Purvis Short with 10 points off the bench. For the Golden State Warriors, Ralph Sampson with 14, Otis Smith with 13 points, Winston Garland with 10, and Larry Smith coming off the bench to provide some firepower and rebounding for George Karl.
Excuse me, he's recently off the injured reserve list, and has always been a good rebounder. So far, his veteran leadership has helped it. They're glad to get him back.
Really having a battle underneath between the two giants. That gives you a little idea. Now, if we just had some gnashing of teeth and crunching of bones, you would get the idea of what all's going on underneath the bucket. So the Rockets will have it to start the third period. The Warriors will have it to start the fourth. Rodney McRae will bring it up at point forward. Level and Floyd will spread out the court.
Now the Rockets could use their rush game right now where they come out of that third quarter really blowing.
Level from the baseline. It hit the side of the backboard. Hakeem with a steal on Sampson. Peterson puts it up for two. Olajuwon as quick as a cat coming from the backside. Game is tied at 59. Otis Smith. I'll tell you what, he really looks impressive to me. 15 points for the 6'5" young forward out of Jacksonville. Rockets swing it around. Sleepy with a three-pointer. Rebound at Tellis Frank. Quickly down to Otis Smith. Winston Garland is open from 16. Olajuwon made him change his shot. Tellis Frank on the miss. Rodney McRae with a rebound. Rodney wants to run. Oh, what a pass to Hakeem. It goes. He's fouled.
Oh, what a job by Rodney McRae. As he not only gets the rebound, but he takes it from end to end. Had to come out of the pack. A bullet pass right through the middle. Hakeem had his eyes on him all the way. Otherwise, he might have gotten a concussion. That ball went through so fast. Beautiful ball movement.
Well, Rodney McRae has come out at halftime running the show here for Houston.
Well, this is that period that's been good to the Rockets. We call it the rush period because it's like a blitz in football. Everything is concentrating on getting the ball and then everybody running with it.
Rockets take the lead by one. Rodney McRae with, or Olajuwon, I should say, with 15 points. Otis Smith. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Sampson, jumper. And the rebound to Sleepy Floyd. Hakeem with the turnaround. Yes. Olajuwon has come out smoking in the second half. 17 points for Olajuwon. The Rockets back up by 3.
Young Winston Garland has done a good job for the Golden State Warriors from the outside.
Long rebound. Quick pass to Higgins. He almost traveled as he lost the basketball, and Rodney gets it quickly back up to the red-shirted Rockets. Nobody stopped level. He missed. Olajuwon with a follow. Hakeem the Dream, 19 points. Rockets lead by 3. Sampson wanted that alley-oop, didn't get it. Tellis Frank from the outside. Got a 1-point lead by Houston. Blocked by Sampson. Otis Smith to Tellis Frank. Good job by McRae. Smith takes it in, misses the shot. Peterson gets the rebound. Rodney McRae really worked hard that time.
Yes, he did. He made a couple of good moves, 2 defensive moves, and then got the turnover.
And a reaching foul is called on Winston Garland.
Warrior substitution, number 13, Larry Smith for Tellis Frank.
Larry Smith will come in for Tellis Frank now.
Warrior foul, second team.
Hakeem Olajuwon starting to really go to the offensive boards as only he can do it. He follows this missed layup, and the story's over.
Rodney is fouled. He'll shoot 2.
Warrior foul, number 22,
I don't think I've seen Rodney McRae this offensive in a long time.
Well, I think he's gotten caught up in the competitiveness of this game also. He's capable of doing that on any night, but I think it's dictated by the running game here and also this third period that the Rockets count on to get them going in the second half.
Rodney was 5 of 6 from the field in the first half. He did not go to the free throw line, and he misses. He had a tough free throw night last night.
Sort of straight armed that shot as it came off the side of his right hand, which is the shooting hand.
I think you've spied the problem. He was 2 of 6 from the line last night. He misses both. McCray is really in a free throw shooting slump.
Boy, he shoots such a flat shot. It has to be just right. It's not going to get any help from the rim, with like a soft shot would.
Winston Garland. Level with great defense. Wait a minute. A foul called on Allen Level.
Houston foul, the first team foul of the period.
That's the first team foul on Houston. 3 team fouls on the Warriors.
The signal by the official was indicating that he moved under him, but Allen appeared to go straight up. But no good arguing with the official as Allen picks up foul number 3.
Winston Garland started his 6th game of the season against San Antonio a couple of nights ago and had 18 points. He was signed to a multi-year contract on December the 14th by the Warriors. He's out of Southwest Missouri State. He was drafted in the 2nd round this year.
A little pressed attempt here by Golden State. Pete throws an ill-advised pass the length of the court. So Fitch would rather have short, crisp passes to try to get it done. Ralph Sampson was the safety back there looking for the interception. And Pete almost cashed right into it.
Olajuwon down low with a spinning move for 2. Hakeem Olajuwon with 21 points. He has really come alive. 9 points here in the 3rd period. Rockets lead by 1. Sampson gets the double team baseline. What a pass to Higgins. Turnover, Garland gets the steal of the pass. Good anticipation by Winston Garland to Otis Smith. Oh, what a shot. And Bill Fitch wants to call a timeout. The Golden State Warriors are battling for everything here. It's going to be tough cheese for the Rockets here on the road. 71-68 Warriors. Houston Rockets season tickets for the 1987-88 season are still available. Good seats remain for both the full and mini-season packages. And remember, all Rockets season ticket holders are guaranteed an option on tickets to the 1989 NBA All-Star Game in the Astrodome. So for more information, call 627-0600. Operators are on duty right now, so this is your last chance for Rockets season tickets. Call 627-0600. Operators are on duty right now. Floyd looking for Olajuwon, knocked away by Sampson. Hakeem inside with the jump hook. Sampson with a rebound, knocked out of bounds by Hakeem.
Houston wanted to get it inside on one-on-one with Hakeem and Ralph, but couldn't get the handle inside. They got a break, actually, as Hakeem knocked that ball outside.
Offensive foul is called inside on Larry Smith.
Offensive foul number 13, Larry Smith.
Well, Bill, these Golden State Warriors remind you an awful lot of an expansion team in the NBA. They got one big superstar in Ralph and a lot of guys you haven't heard of, but they're playing very well.
Well, that's the plan by Don Nelson and George Karl to build this team around Sampson. Olajuwon, short. Higgins loses it out of bounds. The Rockets get another break.
Hakeem Olajuwon earned that one that time. He was hoping he could get a foul call, but couldn't get the right angle on the bank shot.
Floyd has it blocked by Otis Smith, saved by Larry Smith. Winston Garland pushes it up. Sampson. Winston Garland from 18. Rebound, Otis Smith. Blocked by Olajuwon. Hakeem is doing everything. Level. Peterson is open from 15. It won't go. Pete follows his shot, puts it up for 2. Good hustle by Peterson.
Excellent effort by Pete. The shooter normally can tell which way the miss is coming off before anybody else can react to it, and it paid off to Pete that time with the concentration.
10 points for Jim Peterson. Otis Smith looking for Sampson. Larry Smith. And the Warriors lead by 3. Sleepy. It won't go. Oh, my goodness. Tough luck for Sleepy Floyd. That ball went in and came back out again.
He spotted an opening there, was looking for it all the way, as a matter of fact. Here he turns on the afterburners to get through there. Broke the first 2 guys, couldn't get the bounce of the ball and fall down.
Well, right now, McCoy, it looks like the entire offense is centered around Hakeem at the moment. And Sleepy would like to get something else going here.
He is trying to do that, and he hadn't taken an awful lot of outside shots. You know, we noticed since he's come over from the trade from the Warriors, he's shooting less, but he's creating more scoring opportunities for the rest of his teammates.
The Rockets are now 20 of 30 from the free throw line. That's 9 points for Sleepy Floyd. Otis Smith working that baseline. Floyd chasing. Higgins on the turnaround. And Sleepy with good inside position. Rockets trailing by 1. Sleepy Floyd gives it up. Rodney McRae blocked by Sampson. Hakeem blocked by Sampson. Goaltending is called.
Ralph got the first block cleanly on Sleepy going inside, but Rodney McRae takes it right back, and we get the break on the goaltending. You can't ever be too aggressive going inside trying to make something happen.
Don't you love it? The way Sampson and Olajuwon are going after it inside. It's hard to get a shot off in that paint right now.
Back and forth, and this time they want to try to isolate Ralph on Hakeem.
Otis Smith with a nice move, wouldn't go. Peterson tips it. Smith gets it back. Did he travel? Yes.
Otis Smith is really being impressive, and he's going to leave the ball game now, replaced by Terry Teagle, but he has really caused some problems for the Rockets.
I think before it's all said and done, Doug Moe may be a little upset that he let this guy go. Looks good to me. So far, Otis Smith on the night, 17 points. Rockets leading by 1, like to increase it here. Olajuwon gives it up to Level, back to Purvis, who shoots it long range short. Winston Garland, quick outlet pass. Larry Smith to Teagle. Kicked out by Peterson, saved by Level. Good hustle by Allen. Purvis short, gives it up to Hakeem. He drams it down through. Oh, what a move by the Green. 5 points for Olajuwon.
And it was all a result of that hustle down the sideline by Allen Level to keep that ball in play.
13 points by Hakeem in this period. Teagle is fouled by Purvis short. That's only the second team foul on the Rockets.
And that's the first personal foul on Short. Here's the play before when Allen Level's going to tiptoe down that sideline, so he kept it alive. Got it down on the other end, and the Rockets were able to get the transition basket. A la slam dunk.
But right up over Sampson, Olajuwon did. Hakeem goes for the steal on Ralph, knocks it away, right to Rodney McRae. Here come the red-jerseyed Rockets. Rodney, all the way for 2. Rodney McRae, he has 12 points. And the Rockets now lead by 5. Winston Garland over Level. Sampson high for the rebound. Over Olajuwon. Peterson tips it to McRae. The Rockets want to run. Turnover. Tellis Frank at the other end. What a game right now. The intensity level of this basketball game is extremely high.
Rodney McRae went down pretty tough there at the middle of the court, but he seems to be up and okay. He was taken off to try to start the transition the other way.
Peterson from outside, and he jams it down through. Got a little rim. Jim Peterson with 12 points. Boy, Pete is playing marvelous tonight.
The Rockets go back up by 5. Golden State wanting to get it to Teagle and or down to Ralph on a give and go.
about the give and go.
There it is. They set that play up before, and the Rockets cut it off, but that time it worked a little better.
Purvis short. Over Sampson. He made him change his shot. Purvis inside. Rebound. Oh, it won't go. Purvis short will go to the free throw line to shoot two.
Warriors, here once again, the Warriors are.
Timeout is called with 2:36 left to play in the third period. What a fast and furious game on 20 Vision. We hope you're enjoying it. If you can't make it to the summit in person, don't worry, because you can watch all the Rocket home games on HSE. January the 9th, it'll be the Phoenix Suns. That's Saturday night. They'll be coming to town. Then on January the 14th, it's Portland. And then the Pacers make a summit appearance on January the 16th. HSE, your sports address for 88. So far in the quarter, Golden State shooting 40%, 8 of 20 from the field. Houston shooting 45.5% on 10 of 22.
At the line for the Rockets.
Well, Golden State, Bill, has their crunch team inside now with Whitehead, Larry Smith, and McDonald. They are some pretty husky guys, and the only offense would be outside with Teagle and Winston Garland, so they want to make some things happen. They have to rest Ralph Sampson during this stretch.
So Sampson is on the bench for Whitehead. The last time Sampson sat down, the Rockets were able to put a little distance between themselves and Golden State. Let's see what happens. 82-77, a 5-point Houston lead with 2:30 left to play in the third quarter.
See, ideally, Golden State wants to pick up some fouls here on the main guys for the Rockets. They wouldn't lose anything if their guys got fouled.
Ben McDonald threw up a brick, and Level runs it up the court. Peterson posting up. Level is wide open from 18. It's off the mark. McDonald with a rebound. Alley-oop to Larry Smith. Larry Smith now with 12 points.
Wow.
He looks good tonight.
See, anything they can get with this group is going to be a plus. Rockets got to be very smart here not to get any turnovers and fouls.
Purvis from the deep corner. It rat-a-tats the iron, won't go, and Larry Smith with another rebound. Smith has 7 boards, but that's what he's paid to do. He's one of the most physical rebounders in the league. Rockets leading by 3. Terry Teagle wants to post up Purvis. Double T from Baylor with 10 points. Recruited by Carroll Dawson. And Carroll now having to watch him make that jumper on Houston. Working it around the perimeter. Houston, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Purvis short threw it up, and Hakeem tipped it in. Let's see, was it? Or Purvis? Short got the bucket. 14 points for Purvis. Olajuwon with his 5th block of the game. Quickly to Peterson. Be careful. Level gives it right back to him, so he didn't have to dribble.
Oh, that was good hustle by Pete. He kept control of that ball. It's tough for the big guys on a dead run to do that.
14 points for Pete. Garland on the miss. Rodney McRae with a physical rebound. Quickly to Level. Peterson is the trailer. Allen puts it up. He's fouled by Ben McDonald. Nice move by Allen Level.
A little concerned about Rodney McRae here, as I think he hurt his leg on that last play. We'll get to it in a second, but here's the last block by Hakeem Olajuwon that started a transition basket going the other way. Hakeem staying on that board, clears it out. And that's what the Rockets want to be able to create, with nice ball handling by the big guy in Level.
Boy, isn't that beautiful, the way they create in the open court. Rodney is holding his hamstring.
Looks like the hamstring. He went down that time before. He's got those big, thick legs, and hopefully he'll stay warm enough. If he comes out and sits down, that's probably when he would hurt himself.
Now Bill Fitch is going to rest Hakeem Olajuwon for the final portion of this period, with Sampson also on the bench. Level has 14 points, 25 points for Olajuwon. He had 13 in this period.
Winston Garland wants to go to Terry Teagle, try to get a shot. with his jumping ability from the corner.
Gonna be short. Tipped up Larry Smith. He makes it at the buzzer. And he's fouled. I'll tell you, you can talk about all your rebounders in the NBA, but this guy has been a hard worker for 9 seasons. Larry Smith.
Well, he goes to the offensive boards, especially with a lot of enthusiasm. There was good defense by Purvis. There's Short. Smith wasted no time just going up with it as soon as he got the inside position, and J.B. Carroll fouls.
3-point play for Larry Smith. The Warriors won't die. And here we go into the final 12 minutes. The Rockets nursing a 3-point lead. It was the Rockets 36-23 in the first period. Then Golden State 36-21, and the Rockets in the third period outscoring the Warriors 31-25. And here we go for the fourth and final period. 88-84. The Rockets by 4 points. Bill Fitch down on one knee. This has been one whale of a basketball game. The Rockets going to the free throw line 34 times, and that has been the difference so far, making 24 free throws. Terry Teagle over J.B. Carroll. Teagle with a rebound over J.B. again. 12 points for Terry Teagle. Peterson, J.B. on the hook, short. He just hasn't been able to get going tonight. Winston Garland back outside to McDonald. J.B. with a rebound. Sleepy Floyd wants to take it himself. He's one of the best. Missed it. There's that Larry Smith again. His 9th rebound of the game. Garland. The young Golden State Warriors are really hustling, and the game is tied at 88.
Well, they're doing it without Ralph Sampson in the lineup right now, too, and that's what George Karl is gambling on.
Mr. Short was not short. Purvis with 16. He has been perfect in the last 3 weeks.
Buck Johnson in the Rocket lineup chasing McDonald.
Good to see Buck getting some minutes here. Teagle from the outside. Carroll, nice inside position on Jerome Whitehead. Quickly to Buck Johnson for 2. That's why I like to see him in the lineup for a couple of minutes. He has that quick leaping ability, and he can rest the other regulars.
Well, we got a little lucky. We were getting a little foul there on the end of his basket of a 3-point play, but really got out and ran that lane well.
92-88 Rockets. Winston Garland gives it up. Jerome Whitehead. 6 points for Whitehead.
Ralph Sampson's gotten a lot of rest during this period. He's at the scorer's table. Well, the Warriors have gambled with this group.
Purvis won't go, and Whitehead rips it off the boards. Long pass. Sleepy Floyd saw that one coming all the way. Here he comes the other way. He's got Purvis left baseline. He'll drive it in instead, and it's going to be Houston's basketball. Foul is called.
Well, the foul's going to be on Jerome Whitehead. He tried to stop Purvis from going baseline and instead picked up the foul. Foul was called before the action of the shot, so we will not get to shoot it.
Peterson comes out, Olajuwon comes in, and so does Sampson. So both coaches going with their big guns in the final 9:27. Sleepy, did he double dribble? I think he did.
Well, some turnovers are forgivable. That type is not. You're not supposed to make the mental mistake. He picked his dribble up to fake the pass inside and then lost his concentration.
92-90 Houston. Nice pass back by Sampson. Ralph tried to tip it in, knocked it out of bounds off the hands of Joe Barry Carroll, who is having a forgettable night. J.B. is being shut out from the field. He just can't seem to get anything going right now. But there's still a lot of game left. Larry Smith Buck Johnson tries to save it. Sampson does. Otis Smith is fouled. Let's see who Ed Rush calls it on in the middle. It'll be on Olajuwon.
Number 34, Hakeem Olajuwon.
That's number 4 on Hakeem.
Personal foul.
Well, really got tough inside as the Warriors hustled back. The effort by Sleepy Floyd didn't pay off. Otis Smith just takes it inside on the two big guys, and he continues to be very effective.
I really like this kid out of Jacksonville. Denver was high on him, but he reported last year to the Denver camp as Doug Moses fat and out of shape as Tellis Frank comes back in. And he just never got out of Doug Moe's doghouse. But I'll tell you what, he's found a home here from the outhouse to the penthouse in Golden State. 19 points for Otis Smith. Game is tied at 92. The trap on Olajuwon gets it to Sleepy, over to Purvis. And he buries it. Purvis short with 18. Rockets up by 2. Carroll with a steal. Nice anticipation by JB. Stepped in front of Sampson. Sleepy looks for Purvis at all times. Way outside for Purvis short. This time it wouldn't go. Carroll with a hustle. He stepped on the line.
Well, J.B. Carroll hustling as hard as possible. Nothing is going right for him offensively. But he stepped around on that last play down and got the steal. Rockets couldn't cash in on it, though.
Rod Higgins will come in. It'll be Higgins and Frank and Sampson. Winston Garland and Otis Smith. 8:08 left to play. Tellis Frank. Sampson, 3 seconds left on the shot clock, and Olajuwon with a rebound. Rockets lead by 2. Buck Johnson gives it right back up to Sleepy. Buck wants to post up. He's fouled. He shoots it anyway. Smart play by Buck Johnson as he had Otis Smith and he took him downtown.
Well, he was helped out by a smart move also by Sleepy Floyd, who patiently waited for Buck to get a little better position inside and got the nice pass to him.
Buck Johnson has 2.
Buck Johnson has been to the line only 15 times this season.
He didn't get his concentration down pat. He shot that one a little too quick.
A substitution.
Rockets have some shooting game with the free throws, and he usually is very effective.
Winston Garland comes out. Tony White checks in. Mac, the Rockets have been to the line 35 times, have made good on 24. Make it 25 of 36 for Houston from the line. Rockets lead by 3. Steal. Sleepy. He's got to beat Tellis Frank, and he does. Sleepy Floyd with a big turnover.
Well, he made up for his turnover on the other end. Twofold. So Sleepy Floyd battling all the way.
16 turnovers for the Warriors now. The Rockets with only 10. Otis Smith back out to White. The Rockets hustling everywhere.
Yeah, he's on the line.
Well, I'll tell you, Buck Johnson is everywhere right now. Purvis back to Sleepy. Look at Sleepy Floyd with a rebound. Back to Purvis from 15. Get in there, yes. And the Rockets now lead 99-92. George Karl calls a timeout. Purvis short with 20 points. 6:54 left to play. John Wayne and Stuart Granger are partners in a gold mine that strikes it rich in North to Alaska. Sunday afternoon at 5:30 on 20 Vision's Sunday Movie Greats. Right now, the great has been Sleepy Floyd. He's put it into overdrive here in this period. And a foul is called on Floyd, getting a little too close to Tony White. That'll be the second team foul on Houston, 2 on the Warriors.
Second team.
Well, here's Sleepy hustling pretty hard on defense. Picked the wrong place to make the contact, but he has really turned on the hustle button here and put the Rockets rather back up.
Warriors have gone cold from the field, shooting only 30% so far in this period. Tellis Frank outside. The Rockets really have stepped up their defensive pressure. Frank, Olajuwon blocked it. JB gets it to Sleepy. There's Purvis on the right. Oh boy, the Rockets are really pressing everywhere defensively, Mac. That's the difference right now.
Yeah. Turning on the rush game, trying to get those points on any turnover or any possession of the basketball.
Rockets lead by 9. Sampson has been very quiet. Gives it up to Tellis Frank. Tony White will take it from 16, short. Buck Johnson knifes in for the rebound. The Blade with another rebound. Sleepy. Purvis from 18. No, it won't go. Like Olajuwon. Big rebound. Gives it up. JB has it blocked by Sampson. 2-on-1 fast break. Tony White has fouled it. Goal. Oh, what a basketball game.
Hot and heavy all the way. And Ralph Sampson really caused the problems that time when he came up with the block, because here's a costly foul, possibly a three-point play.
Following his good basket, Tony White with 1 omission.
Well, this game's a long way from over. Rockets need to put Golden State away, and so far they keep coming back.
3-point play by Tony White at a most opportune time for the Warriors. The Rockets lead by 6. 5:38 left to play. Sellout crowd has been excited and thrilled all night long. Hakeem inside. Oh, what a pass by Buck Johnson.
Good look by Buck as he spotted Hakeem coming in from the weak side, and Golden State's going to have to take a timeout.
So the Blade has come in for Houston, and he's sticking the old knife right into the heart of the Warriors. We'll be back with the final 5:24 in just a moment. Tune in to 20 Vision, where you have front row seats to all the Rocket away games, and our next game is January the 13th when the Rockets take on Phoenix, then the 18th, the Los Angeles Lakers, and then the Sacramento Kings on January the 19th. Mark your calendar, because they're on 20 Vision, where the action is.
Golden State wanting to make a run here, try to get the momentum back.
I think Terry had that partially blocked, didn't he?
Yes, he did, and he had it partially visually blocked by Hakeem Olajuwon being in his path.
Sleepy Floyd outside for 2. And Floyd has 13 points. Mac Sampson has disappeared from the game. He's only tried 3 shots in the second half, and he hasn't made one yet. A steal, turnover, Ralph. Buck Johnson on the break. Yes, the Rockets are running off now and hiding. 107-95. Rockets by 12. 4:40 left to play. Buck Johnson, the Blade, has really ignited this rally by Houston.
He has definitely been a spark here late in the game. And we get a foul called by the official out at the half court. Either that or something to do with the clock. Yeah, the 24-second clock has not moved, Bill, so hopefully it was not a foul on Purvis and a malfunction with the shot clock.
I don't know. I think Edwin may have called a foul.
I'm trying to talk him out of it, is what I'm saying.
That's what Bill Fitch is checking.
Yeah.
On. But let's go back to Buck Johnson for a moment. All of a sudden, he appeared here in the 4th period, and he has ignited the Houston rally. He has been sensational.
Update on timeouts remaining.
Yeah, he has, and off the Rocket bench as Bill Fitch reached to grab somebody who could give him a spark, and Buck filled that bill.
Boy, I'll tell you what, his quickness and his leaping ability, and of course with all of the young players George Karl has, Buck is almost a veteran.
Yes, he is. Getting some good playing time. Remember, Rodney McCray hurt that leg a little bit, so hopefully he's getting some rest. Robert Reed came in for a while, but Buck Johnson has got filled the bill and comes up with a steal.
Buck Johnson deflects it to Floyd, and it's blocked at the basket by Otis Smith. I'll tell you, that Buck Johnson is all over the place.
For Otis Smith.
Watch him.
Yeah, great effort, and then he fills the lane as Sleepy Floyd takes it in all the way as opposed to giving it back.
4:27 left to play. Sampson on Joe Barry. Olajuwon. Just took it away, put it back up. He missed its shot at the buzzer. Olajuwon has really come on strong in the second half. Higgins outside. Rod Higgins, a good shooter and a good scorer with only 6 points tonight.
Well, it's up to Sleepy Floyd now, Bill. He needs to take charge, quarterback this program, work that clock, and get the high percentage shots every time down.
Purvis is trapped behind the bell. Purvis short. Oh, my goodness. He's just now coming back in the arena.
My. Terry Teagle had shut him off in that corner, had him off balance. It appeared he was going to try to force a pass, but when in doubt, take your old reliable shot. Look, he looks like he's going to throw the pass, but he decides, hey, I might as well shoot it.
That's incredible. Every night he makes one of those. I think that's the last one I've seen, and then he comes up with another one. George Karl had a good front row seat on that shot. 25 points for Purvis Short. Basket is good by Higgins. He's fouled. He'll go to the line to try to answer with his own three-point play.
And he's going to call this on Hakeem Olajuwon, and if that is, that's number 5. Here he goes baseline. Hakeem comes around the backside. He must have got him before he got to Buck Johnson and J.B. Carroll.
110-99, Houston. Olajuwon with 5 personals, as Mac pointed out. Higgins with 9 points.
Warriors coming with some type of trap here to hopefully get a turnover. It's up to Sleepy Floyd.
He breaks the pressure. Lays it up. He's fouled. He'll shoot 2.
Nice move.
Sampson with the foul, and that's his 3rd. Boy.
Well, the acrobatic Buck Johnson is all over the place. Watch this move as he comes in, brings it down around Ralph, and almost gets it to fall.
This is the free throw. He's going to have to work on it. He's a 70% free throw shooter.
Well, let's watch his feet. He came up on his toes that time and threw him off balance a little. That time he concentrated a little better.
Well, you want to be on your toes when you shoot that free throw.
Well, if you come up the wrong way, though, it makes you lean forward, and that's what happened to him on the first shot.
Okay. Turnover. Sampson didn't go get it. You know, Sampson has just totally disappeared from this basketball game. He had 14 points at the half. He's tried only 3 shots. He hasn't made any in the second half. Where has he been?
And the Rockets continue to go forward with the group that they have inside, and so many weapons from so many different angles.
Oh, what a pass by the Dream. Blocked by Sampson. Hakeem puts it up. It goes. He's fouled. Oh, yeah. Give me a high five.
It was a good block by Ralph, but the danger in a block shot, if it goes right back to the opponent, then it was not a good block. Watch, he goes up. He gets the clean block. But watch where the basketball goes. It goes right back to the opponent, which was Hakeem, and they got the second shot.
I'd like to say hi tonight to Vanette. We hope you're feeling a lot better. She's a big Rockets fan down in Houston. A little under the weather right now. Higgins has it spin out. Buck Johnson's going to try to get it, and McDonald wins the battle. Terry Teagle has it knocked out of bounds by Olajuwon. Also, Steve Lester wants to say hi to his parents in Houston, who are big Rockets fans. Dennis, Kathleen, and Doki say hi to all their friends back in Houston. Go Rockets.
Rocket fans all over the place.
2:40 left to play. 114-100 Rockets. McDonald with a three-pointer. Ben McDonald. Keeping Golden State in it.
Again, it's the Sleepy Floyd show. He knows he's a quarterback. Got to make the good pass. Orchestrate the program out there. He's going to go back and get the ball back from Purvis. Unless he can find it. Well, he goes to JB.
Knocked away by Sampson. And the Rockets will have it out of bounds with 6 seconds left. As frustrated as Sampson has been in the second half, JB has been just as frustrated on the other end.
Good man throwing it in. Buck Johnson gets it to the right man. Hook shot coming up.
1 second. Hakeem puts it up at the buzzer, and it's tipped up in the air. Buck Johnson goes high and has it stolen by Higgins, and then a foul on Purvis Short.
10, Purvis Short, second personal.
Now the action going right down to the wire here. 2 minutes left in the ball game. Golden State still hustling, but the Rockets in charge now. And It's a sign of a championship team, Bill, when you hit a point in the game that you can take charge and put them away.
Joe Barry thought this time Sampson may have gotten his arm. Oh, he did. But you see the referee behind him, he had no shot.
JB can't get anything going for himself. It's one of those nights. Anything. Give me a foul. Let me get on the line. He just has hustled so hard tonight, and such an emotional trip back home. Like he's just gotten in too deep, huh?
I'll take him.
You'll take him? Well, we're going to take him back to Houston, that's for sure.
He's had some pressure games for the Rockets already down the stretch in several ball games. Remember Milwaukee? Here's the pressure again, Mike. Sleepy almost tackled. Gets it off to Buck Johnson, who knocks it back to Purvis short. This looks like roller derby out here. Purvis back to Sleepy from 15. Right now, the old Warriors doing it to the new one.
Yeah, the body's flying everywhere. As Ben McDonald shoots a brick there from the three-point range.
Well, the Rockets have really come on down the stretch, and you expected that veteran experience to really get after it. JB makes the hook shot. Joe Barry over Sampson.
And his teammates were happy for him because they know how tough he was trying tonight.
Winston Garland with a three-pointer. 1:28 left to play. The Rockets lead 118-108. That ball will come down to the other end of the court.
Bill Fitch looking at Purvis short as if to say, what were you thinking about? You had two Rocket teammates right there close to you. I don't know whether he thought the time was running out or just what, but the time is wrong on the clock up there. There was 2 minutes a little while ago. Now there's 4 minutes and 30 seconds back on the clock.
I'll tell you, that timer wants some more game here.
Yeah.
I think it was under 2 minutes.
Yeah, it got down under 2 minutes. So the officials are going over to see if they can straighten it out.
Well,
now they put a minute 26 back up on the game clock. So we'll say that the hometown scorekeeper just made a mistake, huh? There you see the 126. That's what's left in the game, but all of a sudden I look back up there and had 4 minutes and 30 seconds on that time clock.
Bill Fitch wanted this one tonight. The Rockets have won 5 of their last 7, and 4 of the wins have come against hot teams on the road.
You saw some smiles on that Rocket bench, but not one on the face of Bill Fitch. He wants them to work hard right down to the end.
And Mac, this is a pretty tired Houston team too. It's been to the East Coast, back home for one game, and back to the West Coast. Olajuwon goes high, and Hakeem now with 17 rebounds, or is it 18? I can't see. You're off the chart.
When the ball's in the hand of Sleepy Floyd, I feel pretty good. As you see, he finds the open man. Oh, get in there.
Look at Buck Johnson go high. And Hakeem saves it, puts it back up. Tipped up in the air again by Buck Johnson.
He's going to call an offensive foul, running down. Oh, I can't believe that.
That Buck Johnson looked like he was on his own personal trampoline.
Hey, Buck was doing such a great job, the official shouldn't have the nerve to call that foul. Well, what a performance by Buck off the bench. You see him, watch him, he continues to bounce. It's 2 rebounds. He gets his hands on it again. He's going to get another shot off, but the foul was called somewhere in the middle of that.
Listen to these stats on Olajuwon tonight. 30 points, 18 rebounds for the Dream. On the other hand, Ralph Sampson had 14 at the half, and that's all he's got.
Yeah.
Ralph kind of took himself out of the game here. 45 seconds left to play.
Now it's just a keep-away game. Rockets should get a good percentage shot out of it. They did, but Buck wasn't able to put it down.
Carlos Frank with the bucket. 28 seconds left to play. Sleepy Floyd trying to hold on to it. Turnover. Higgins. Well, a foul is called, and just like that, it could be a three-point play. And hey, It's still anybody's ball game with 21 seconds to play.
Yeah.
If the free throw goes down, it's 118-114.
And with Golden State in the press the way they are, Bill Fitch is going to come off his bench with another ball handler. It's going to be Allen Level. And he's coming for Buck Johnson. So when Golden State goes into their press this time, hopefully the Rockets have a little better ball handling group inside. They come back in. Golden State has with Ralph Sampson and Otis Smith.
Try to miss this one?
I hope he does. Yeah. Get away from him. Get away from him. Let him bring it up.
Sleepy is a 90% free throw shooter with the Rockets. That's a good one to have it. Purvis short. Inside of 10 seconds. Foul on Purvis. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Well, Purvis short with 25 points tonight. 30 points for Olajuwon. George Karl has to be happy with the way his young club is hustled, and Bill Fitch has to be happy with the way a tired Houston Rockets team has fought off fatigue tonight and won this game.
Well, they're a tired team, but they also should be a championship team, and champions have the ability to do what the Rockets did tonight, and that's come back from a possible upset and take charge.
Well, the stage was set for a monumental upset.
Yes, it was.
Sellout crowd, media from all over the country. And the Rockets got a great performance from this man, Purvis Short, and a great second half by Olajuwon and Buck Johnson. The Warriors will call a timeout with 7 seconds left. Houston 120, the Warriors 113. Houston Rockets season tickets for the 1987-88 season are still available. Good seats remain for both the full and mini-season packages. And remember, all Rockets season ticket holders are guaranteed an option on tickets to the 1989 NBA All-Star Game in the Astrodome. So for more information, call 627-0600. 627-0600. Operator standing by, and this is your last chance for Houston Rockets season tickets.
Well, here's the Blade, affectionately known as Buck Johnson, off the Rocket bench. Look at this height that he gets up, and he is fired up. Look at it, holding up the sign of number 1, and he has made a major contribution and a big impact off the Rocket bench.
Well, his leaping ability, his quickness, the way he likes to play around the rim. He was a star for Wimp Sanderson at Alabama, along with Jim Farmer, and you remember Derek McKee, who we interviewed last night. Sampson has it knocked away from Olajuwon. Another turnover for Ralph. And that's the end of the basketball game. The Warriors gave it a good try, but the Houston Rockets had too much ammunition tonight. Bill Fitch winning his 739th game. Houston 120, the Warriors 113. He deserves a kiss. A 32-point fourth period for the Houston Rockets, and the Rockets win it 120-113 in Oakland. Another tough road win for the Houston Rockets as their record now goes to 4 over 500. Well, you can talk about all the new faces and all the new players you want to, but it was the same old face for Houston tonight.
Well, the great players generally rise to the top when the occasion presents itself. A lot of great contributions tonight, but I agree with you. The greatest of all tonight was Hakeem Olajuwon from end to end, blocking shots, hustling on the boards, and scoring, and he led the fast break a couple of times.
Now, the third period has been very kind to Houston in the last couple of weeks, and Olajuwon made sure coming out at halftime that they kept it that way.
Well, you know what they did, too, that the third period wasn't as overwhelming as it has been, but it started such a momentum and went right into the fourth period. They got that running game back, the defense picked up, and then Sleepy Floyd took charge from that point because he knew they were close to victory.
Well, tonight's Texaco star of the game, it should be as no surprise, Hakeem Olajuwon. Listen to these stats: 30 points, 20 rebounds, and 5 blocked shots. He was a one-man gang. For his outstanding performance, we recognize Hakeem as our Texaco star of the game. Texaco, you can trust your car to the product with the star. And don't forget Purvis Short with 27 points, and Buck Johnson, who came in the fourth period and really sparked the Rockets.
So again, the depth on the Rocket bench really pays off as Bill Fitch is able to reach down and grab somebody each night. Tonight it was Buck Johnson.
Well, we hope you enjoyed it tonight. The executive producer of Houston Rockets basketball on KPXH is Jeff Montoni. Tonight's game produced and directed by Paul Bykowski. Catch our next Rockets telecast, please. January the 13th when they take on the Phoenix Suns, live from the Valley of the Sun in Phoenix. Don't miss At the Buzzer. It's coming up next. McCoy and I will be back with a post-game interview. Purvis Short is standing by to talk to Mac. It's home sweet home for Purvis, and we'll have scores from around the NBA. Once again, our final score. The Houston Rockets 120, the Golden State Warriors 113.
Rockets basketball on 20 Vision has been brought to you by Budweiser, the genuine article, Beechwood aged for that clean, crisp taste that makes Budweiser the king of beers. For all you do, this Bud's for you. By Kroger, for quality and low cost cutter prices, go Krogering. By Texaco, super unleaded gasoline with Petrox detergent to help keep your car's power flowing. And by Toyota and your Houston area Toyota dealers. Vision Sports presents At the Buzzer, your Houston Rockets postgame report.
Final score tonight, the Houston Rockets 120, the Golden State Warriors 113. The Warriors with a fine young team, and they scrapped all the way tonight, but it was the veteran Houston Rockets winning it down the stretch. Purvis Short finished with 27 points, but more importantly, 13 of his 27 came in the fourth and final period. And McCoy asked him, how in the world does he even think about making that shot from behind the backboard?
Thank you, Bill. Purvis Short here has to admit that it was a nervous time tonight, coming back home, and who says that the heroes can't return home? You guys come back for the first time. Everybody got off to a little slow start. Sleepy Floyd pushing it a little bit. J.B. Carroll just could not get it to fall, but I think I saw a sign of a championship team coming together tonight.
Well, you know, we've hung in there. We've been in some tough ball games before. We've won together and we've lost together, and we're growing together. So with that in mind, you know, we just hung in there and kept playing hard, and things began to fall in place for us. Obviously, you know, it was kind of nerve-wracking for all of us who played here over the years to come back, and we all want to do well, and we struggled a little bit at times, but we hung in there and did what we had to do.
Well, you certainly did. You talked about things falling in place. That rainbow jumper that you've shot a few times here on this court comes back, but you had a lot of confidence. But I want to talk about one shot. That one down in the corner there when Terry Teagle was all on you, the shot clock was running out. Any doubt in your mind after you looked for somebody to pass through that the right thing to do was to take the shot?
Well, you know, the clock was running down. I knew how much time was up there, so I didn't want to take a chance of throwing it away. And when I made my move to make the shot, he didn't jump. And, you know, I got a good look at it. And when I saw that he wasn't going to jump, I knew I had a good chance of making it. And then at the end, he fouled me.
Well, awful lot of media talk and awful lot of hype with the two big guys playing against each other, Hakeem and Ralph. And they put on a good performance, but down the stretch, Hakeem comes through 30 points, 20 big rebounds, and just a hoss on the boards.
Well, that's the mark of a true superstar. You know, when it's crunch time, they rise to the surface, and Dream did just that. I mean, when we needed a big board, he went in there and got it. When we needed a shot, a block shot, he was there to deliver for us. So, hey, what can you say about the guy? He's just fabulous.
And what about the big question? Everybody wants to know, who did the trade help more, the Rockets or the Golden State Warriors? And at this point, the Rockets have to be a better team than they were a month ago.
Oh, yeah, we're much better than we were a month ago. And we're going to be better than what we are now a month from now. So, you know, we're steadily trying to improve. I think it's too early to really say who got the better of the deal. The Warriors, they are a very young team, and they're going to be all right, you know, give them time, give them some years. We are veterans, so we've been there before. We know what it takes. So obviously, you know, we're going to adjust a little bit quicker than they are. So, you know, I think both teams did all right, but, you know, we came out victorious tonight, and right now we're the better ball club.
And good to have that red shirt on then, huh?
Oh, it feels very good.
All right. Thank you, Purvis, for being our guest here on the post game. Bill, you heard him. It felt very good. I saw some championship quality tonight by Purvis and his teammates.
All right, Mac, I'll give you 3 chances to make that shot from behind the backboard after we get through with this interview. We'll be back with more